RDA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Green Bay Packers. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to Week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Baker going to throw this right away. It's complete to Williams. Got a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. From the gun, Mayfield steps away. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Ekeler. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Mayfield looks to throw. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And some space here. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. It's Ekeler again. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a third down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already, I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on third down.
Throwing, Mayfield. And he'll find Everett there, complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this,
and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Moore, the man in motion. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. That's caught. Nick Westbrook-Akine with it. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The Packers at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 36, Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. On play action, now Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 39. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now it's Rodgers. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their 1st drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And again, it's Rodgers. He'll find Aguara complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 13-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Running left, Taylor. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Taylor. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready and looked for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. To throw is Rodgers. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And his kick here is good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Caught by Allen. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just
try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well, because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3. To throw, Mayfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result. Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he's going to get this down near the 25. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Now Rodgers. Able to find Lazard. Touchdown. Allen Lazard. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. But that was well executed.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership...
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers rolling to his left. And he slings one that's incomplete. Nick Westbrook-Ikhine, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Complete once again to Watson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. Rodgers Chargers to throw once more. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. And the Chargers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their own 46. Following the interception, Mayfield. And his throw is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have now allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Mayfield on play action. Going deep here for Allen. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Got a man, that's Lazard. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. On 1st down, Rodgers. Open man, Westbrook-Ikhine. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's 2nd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd and 1 from the 2. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Rodgers now to throw. And it's a Packers touchdown. Josiah DeGuara from a yard out. And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the Packers Packers will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And they get the guard, John Runyon. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here. Here's Rodgers. He'll complete this one to Watson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Rodgers finding Watson for the Packer first. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the 2nd half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Call it a loss of 5. A big sack to bring up 3rd down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had 1 pick. Could have been his 2nd, but instead it's 4th down. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 43. That'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Running on first down, Eckler. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 49 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mayfield off the play fake. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Play fake. Mayfield. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chargers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Rodgers to throw. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
It shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Now a play fake. Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense. On second down, it's Taylor. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. A check down here to Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
From the 27, Rodgers. And he fires one incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at him right now and say, let's get away from him entirely. Let's start throwing the football, but I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down a defense's pressure because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off with the pass rush.
So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown this third quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also in letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, Mayfield. Being chased out left. He finds his target, Allen. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. 56 yards. And the Chargers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will shrink to 6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Fights through and now a crease. Finding room at midfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play there on the catch and run. 39 yards. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter. Rodgers now on first down.
He's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Touchdown, Packers.
John Fitzpatrick, 43 yards. And the Packers are closing in on a third straight victory to start the campaign.
Rodgers will throw for it. Incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Throwing, Mayfield. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. He got 29 yards that time. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, that's a wide out. When you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
All in all, no gain on the play. That'll bring up third.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play. But in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now Mayfield.
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance?
Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Chargers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Things sure were looking good for them at the half. Heck, off the air, you and I were just saying they might run away with this thing and cruise to a victory. Not anymore.
Yeah, the cruise control has to be off at this point. Now you've got to mash the gas yourself. Again, who's going to step up and make a big play for you? Who's going to take care of business now that you're being pressed? It is definitely go time for them at this moment.
All of a sudden clinging to a slim lead and hoping to hold on to that lead. They give to Taylor out of the gun. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken around the 12. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
70 yards on the ground for Eckler here. That's a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. A give, Eckler running to the right. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 40, the 30. 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. And they had it there so close to the goal line, a chance to take it across, claim the lead here in the 4th. Boy, that was a big, big mistake.
It really was, and as much as I want to give credit to the defense for making the play, I do tend to agree with you. That mistake, that's a chance to go in and take the lead. I mean, you're in great shape, yet you don't take care of the football. But they'll be going over that like crazy in the upcoming weeks.
To the right side, this is Taylor.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Pitch and catch there, good for 13. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches.
A give for Taylor running right side.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical third down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to
touchdown.
Christian Watson.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Packers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
Mayfield to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Mayfield. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely fourth-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Mayfield. And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now Mayfield. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Now the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes the score Packers 40.
So with an even 30 seconds to go, everything will come down to this onside kick. And this is recovered by the Packers, so that might just about do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll go again to Jones. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they take a knee. And they cannot do anything to stop the clock defensively. 3 straight wins to start the campaign now.
And this is where a team, privately, within the confines of their own room, their meeting rooms, the locker room, they start to think to themselves, we're pretty good. We should be a playoff team.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But